Good morning, Dance Dad with John Corella podcast. Today, welcome to the stage, me, myself, and I. I actually don't like that word me and my. I learned that from Eckhart Tolle. Anytime we say me, mine, it creates this like mental picture. It's not even the reality. It's this false image of us. So welcome to the stage. John, they call me John, the host of Dance Dad with John Corella. And I was going to do this at the end of the summer, but it's midsummer. Well, actually, it's not midsummer right now, but it'll come out midsummer. This is maybe end of June. Some nationals are going. I know Radix just went. I know Dance Makers is going. I'm going to be at Velocity in a week. Then there's Press Play, I think. Hollywood Connection. I mean, it is dance, summertime, competing, overalls, classes, potato skins, Jack in the Box, wine for the moms, margaritas. Dads are drinking too, that's for sure. Some aren't there. Some are putting the props up. Why can't dance moms put the props up? I mean, let's switch it up. Some dads are, they used to say dads are paying for the, dance stuff, dance competitions. But come on, some moms are paying too. It's 2026. So I'm here to do my Dear John dance rant. I don't have alcohol, but I have a coffee cup that says, Ew, David, if y'all love Schitt's Creek. I think I got this for my birthday. Take a little drink. So I just kind of, recap. I haven't done a one-on-one with you all probably in about a year. I think the last one was last year, kind of what's been going on with Dance Dad, where the dance community is at. You've all been listening to the podcast with, thank you so much. The first one with the dance mom, Joseph and I just said it, my dance mom. Her name is Sylvia. Did really well. You all were enjoying it. To hear her, and she has two boys that dance, that are good at dancing, that did well, that have made careers out of it. So to kind of hear her take on it was, I'm sure, interesting to you all. It was for me. We had a couple of we had Raja on from Brandy, the Brandy tour. We had a good Pride month with the JK But Gay show about heated rivalry. We also had Bronson and his mom, Caitlin, on, who he just actually finished Radix and got, I don't know how it works, that one. I just know he got second runner up. So second runner up. I think I was second runner up once, 1 year at Dance Masters. Definitely. So, we're in it. We're in the thick of it. Some of you all are there right now. You won't, maybe around when this comes out, you won't, but just some things that I've noticed about nationals that you can take with you in the future is, we kind of work all year for this time. We actually are, I do believe that each competition, each convention is meaningful, but in the scheme of things, I always want the dancer to peak come nationals. So I try not to freak out if they're not performing well in January, February, knowing that they will eventually. So a reminder of that is that to remain focused, because when we go and we travel, we're in big cities, new cities with our friends. It feels like a vacation. To me, It is not a vacation. As someone who teaches dance and is there to coach your child, it is not a vacation. And I am sure for all the choreographers and teachers and judges and people on convention, it is not to them. So know that. So stay focused. I know that these cost a lot of money, and some of you, it is a vacation for you, families, which I understand. Just my belief is that it will affect the kids' performance because it takes them off of why they're there. Think about it this way. When people go to the Olympics in these amazing countries, they're not really focusing on that it's a vacation, the athletes, until after. That's when the fun can begin. So stay focused, rest. Your bodies are going through a lot. There's moments, some of these conventions have moments to even have fun. Go to those things because I think they have in mind of what is happening. But just something that I noticed is to really focus on this is not a vacation for me and for anyone in the dance community that is there, putting this on for you, teachers, conventions, etc. So that's something that I noticed. And then we're gearing into new season. We are a new season. Take a break. Dance moms, take a break. To me, that's when the breaks happen and the fun happen come August. Am I a fan of intensives? Sure. I think intensives can be good. One, that's a really good time to make it a vacation. Some of these intensives are in New York, in Los Angeles, and other cities. Make that into a vacation. Did I do intensives? I'm actually having a birthday come up. I am turning 50 years old, and I have been in competitive dance since I was 12. So what is that? 38 years. So for 38 years, I have been in this world. So it was different back then. Would I take intensives? No, I would really take a break. I really loved dance. So was probably watching dance, working on tricks at home, or going into open gym. But back then, the studio took a break. So again, I'm a big believer in breaks, body. It's a part of what we are doing. Don't even look at it as a break. Look at it as it is a piece of the journey to be successful. It's not a piece. You are still working on your dance journey when you are on a break. So, but yes, there's a lot of great intensives out there. And that's kind of just what I wanted to say about intensives. So, we have some really great podcasts coming up, some really meaningful podcasts. One with someone from Dance Moms, which is sharing her meaningful, powerful story. I'm excited about that. We have another podcast with, I love to incorporate the LGBTQ community, which is the foundation of dance. There are many of our teachers who are gay, who are transgender, choreographers, dancers, real pillars of the community. So I have some podcasts about that. And then, of course, I have some, I love gymnastics. I have some incredible podcasts with regarding gymnastics because the Olympics are coming up 2 years. It's going to go by fast. Los Angeles. I'm so excited. I got my tickets to the team finals. I will be at the team finals. But kind of what, I've seen this past year, at least in my experience with this past season, is really just reminding myself of the why not overworking myself. These are things that we all can do. These lessons are for me, for a dance mom, a dance dad, a kid. But why are we doing what we're doing? Not overworking, really listening. I heard once, it's not once, I hear it all the time. It's a beautiful lesson in A Course in Miracles. And it says, a healed mind does not plan. When we are planning, we are already on the defense that something bad is going to happen, that it's not enough. So be aware in our planning of if we're over planning our competitions, over planning our rehearsals, over planning privates, over planning work, just over planning out of fear. Doesn't mean you don't make plane reservations. It doesn't mean you don't put your dance schedule in, but it's where is your planning coming from? Is it coming from your spirit of love or from your ego, which is fear, which is always defense, which is planning for something bad to happen? So that's kind of something that I've really worked on this past season. Some other projects that I'm working on as well that are kind of the umbrella of dance. Also, too, every time my birthday comes up, it's the birthday of Dance Moms. I mean, come on. The creator of Dance Moms came out July 13th and my birthday is the 14th. So I don't believe that is a coincidence. That is divine for sure. And I guess just really this year has been trying to find my joy. Also, feeling safe. If you notice, a lot of these podcasts are about feeling safe. That's something that's very important to me. As an adult, as a gay man, it's important to me that kids feel safe. It's important that everyone feels safe, but I feel minorities have a tendency to not feel safe, to be overlooked, because the system does not focus on them being safe. It focuses on people getting what they want. And when that happens, people are pushed to the side and are expected to just join in when they don't feel safe. So I really want to bring on someone. Hopefully, I've talked to someone who does therapy regarding IFS. It's called Internal Family System. And it's something that I really enjoy. I've talked about it before, but it's being with your emotions and giving your emotions what they need. Think about that. Moms, giving your emotions what they need. Kids, giving your emotions what they need. Unfortunately, parents should give your emotions what they need. But in this world too, as kids who dance, we have to learn to teach them how to know what they need. So like, let's say for me, great example with this new podcast coming up, there's a part of me that wanted to rush. Got to get it out. But there was a part of me that was feeling some fear about that because I want to take my time. I want to feel prepared. I want the podcast to look good. So with that, I'll allow myself to be with that feeling and what it's afraid of, and then ask it what it needs, not what it wants, but what it needs. And what it needed was more time. And so with that, I'm pushing that podcast and I'm here talking to you all, sharing that experience, I'm doing this now, which is maybe helping somebody. So safety is important in dance studios. It's important at home. It's important at work. It's important everywhere. And we are living in a time when making people feel safe some people feel unsafe. That's kind of what I'm learning, which, that's where we really have to, I think there's another quote that privileged people think that equality is oppression because it it brings up things in them. It's not. So, trying to make ourselves feel safe makes other people be accountable and maybe have to maybe have to say sorry, maybe have to change what they're doing. And so, hey, before people always used to say toughen up. Now I say just don't do it. I am tough. I don't have to put up with that. So that's what I've been working on a lot, and that I hope that has come through in the podcast. Really wanting to help you with auditions, with solos, with competitions. I'd love if you all join YouTube. There's a lot of great. Sometimes when you see my face or the face of the other person, you can really see our emotion. You can watch the videos there, and it does help the podcast, as well as joining Patreon for $5 a month. You are helping this podcast financially still go. It costs money to edit, do social media, to keep it going, to keep everything going. And so anything helps. It really does. And those bold members of you out there, I just sent you a video on Patreon, The Only Dance Dad with John Corella. I just thank you. I'm grateful for anyone who comes across this podcast. If you want to help out more, you can join the Bold membership. There's even a free membership that helps out as well too. And you get some extra stuff on Patreon. Following on Instagram helps, downloading and following on any platform, sharing, just any type of support helps keep it going. And I thank you for that. This is your podcast. We are on the 3rd season. I mean, I can't believe it. It's gone by so fast. I remember how it came out when I was at home with my mom, taking care of her, helping out when she had kidney cancer. And, I'm really big on following the spirit. And a lot of people were just asking me to be on a podcast. And I realized, which is kind of something I'm realizing more and more in my life. People ask me a lot to do things for their stuff. And I'm at the point where I'll do it, but also do it myself. Do it. I can create. I've always done that since I was a kid. So I create from this platform. So it came from there, and it's been super meaningful. It gives me so much just good feelings. I can get really busy, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the editing and the social media. Thank God I have people for that. But anytime I step in front of the camera and with these people in the mic, I love them. I love what they have to say. Oh, we did just have Lisa Lindholm from Go-To Talent Agency, and that was a really good podcast. She talked a lot about how the business has changed. I've just thought of her because how much, again, like sitting in front of her, I knew if I had a guest on that I was going to have fun with, I was going to feel better. And I did. And she gives you all a lot of good information. I love Lisa because she cares about mental health. And she talked about that, where historically I've seen a lot of agents, they don't, and people in the business. And they kind of use you up and chew you up and spit you out and use you up, so to speak. And even if they say they're not these days, they still are because they're afraid of losing their job. What else I think you kind of saw in Bronson's interview. If you didn't, I definitely was advocating for, I don't like how dance studios and dance competitions geographically come to these competitions and conventions, or they might be based. Let me rephrase this. It's some of the teachers, not really, but some of but definitely the dance studios that are in different areas. A lot of them will come to these conventions and competitions and, want to get overall and post with their gay teacher and um, even want to solo for that from them. And I'm talking about the parents here, and then go and not support them. And when I say support, is vote against their rights. So I'm really big on don't use the community. Don't use us to get what you want and then not support us. So I still see that out there. I definitely still see that out there. And if it's not taken care of, if those people are not, dance is a gay platform. Y'all, dance is a gay platform. There is gay men, there is gay women. If you are in the arts, it is that type of platform. And if you don't support us, I think you need to do something else. That's because you're using us. And again, I'll say, I don't like people that are in positions of power that are like that. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. And give the power to somebody else. There's so many great people that do support us, and I thank them. I love them. I love, who do I feel like really supports? Sharmila Mitra of Core Power Arts Yoga. Oh my God. Core Power Arts Yoga. Maybe you should teach yoga, Sharmila. Maybe not. Maybe that's the new thing. You're going to have yoga. Pilates. She does Pilates and supports, very vocal. Melissa Gisoni, always supporting. I don't even have to ask her. She'll see something of mine that's about supporting the gay community, and she'll use her platform to support it. It means so much. It makes me feel so safe and valid and heard. And all of us. Velocity, I'm going there in a week. I love Velocity. Corey at Velocity, the teachers, they have gender neutral. I've talked about this. Dressing rooms. They, I feel like they have maybe a pride. I've definitely seen something regarding pride within their competition. Great. I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot others of you. The 6 compound where I teach, very supportive of the community. You got to be bold and fierce. And I just want to say thank you, because there are places out there, but also there's a lot that aren't. And I just wanted to say that. And what else? I think I said safety. It was a lot about safety and about nationals. I did have a really good time. I was on, I helped with Brandy. Obviously, I helped Frank Gatson with the tour, but then she had a couple of other shows. I know she's having one for Essence. She had a bunch of shows this summer. So I helped out with casting Frank Gatson and producing that. And I had a really great conversation with Brandy. I was on Cinderella with Brandy. So that was in the 90s. And to just see her now, she loves Dance Moms. She has a beautiful spirit, very talented, and really respects dance. Another thing that's popping up is doing the dance competition entrance with my brother. I love that he does that, and it was fun to be put into it. I believe he named me. Well, I'm Denise Dubois. He's Blanche Dubois. But doing that, and again, just doing things that I love and really focusing on creating. I think there needs to be more. I think that's been my focus, is creating more roles for people like me to act in as a gay man. I'm going to say this. Please stop hiring straight men to play gay roles. There's not enough roles for gay men. And we would love to tell our own story. And we would love to use our pain and our experience to tell our own story. So that's something that is really important to me these days that I've been doing as well. And what else? I mean, is there any drama? I don't really like to talk about drama. There's always drama. I'm going to have a little drink of my coffee. There's always drama, but I try and stay clear of it and pass through it. Moms, dads, just remember your kids, it goes by fast. For me, it goes by fast, but I'm fortunate enough where I get to still be in this world. What did I say? 38 years later, and still go to the competitions and choreograph and teach. But just be present. Try really focus on being present with your child. Rather than your child being good, focus on being present with your child. I even tell that to your kids. Rather than being good, which I learned from Howard Fine, thank you, when you perform, be present, because it goes by fast. And all that stuff that you were worried about, placement, costumes, rhinestones, it's not going to be forever with them. They turn 18 and they aren't competing anymore. So that would be my best advice, is to really stay present with your kid through all of this. And also, if you're feeling nervous and anxious and competitive, be with that. Like how I said, with the IFS, really be with that feeling. So look it up. It's called Internal Family System. And I'm hoping to have a podcast with someone, because I think it's great for everyone, but especially performers, to really heal wounds that help us to fly bigger in what we create and what we love to do. So I'm going to finish with this last quote. My ability to ground myself is the stability that allows me to take chances, to discover rather than only present. David Corey said that. I'm sure he got that quote from somebody else, maybe not. But I wanted to come on here, have a little coffee, dear John, chat, rant. I hope you got something out of it. Safe spaces. No more straight actors playing gay roles. Take a deep breath at nationals. Take a break and maybe do an intensive. And get ready, because there's a lot of surprises coming up. You might have heard of one already when this comes out. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to Dance Dad with John Corella. Thank you to everyone at Hivecast for all that you do. And if this episode meant something to you, please share it and subscribe. Also, you can follow Dance Dad with John Corella on all platforms. But most importantly, remember to be bold and be fierce.